How's it going, guys? Just finished completing the service on the swimming pool, and I did notice that there was no returns in the pool. And right here behind me, you could tell that the client was draining out her pool. This past week, we had a tropical depression that pushed through, dumping a lot of rains. And I've already educated the client on how to drain out her pool. We're gonna go see how she did this, and it's gonna be a great video for all people out there with swimming pools that don't really know how to maneuver their valves. This is about the second or third time that I've checked up on her, and each time she's done it wrong. So we're gonna check it out together. Alright, so you're gonna open up here the pump blade area. Oh gosh, she did it again. She left this valve closed. She's basically closing off the return side coming in, so all the water that the pump is trying to pump in is still going to appear. I'm very surprised that she didn't have a blowout whatsoever. But as you can tell, the why they try to mark it as best as possible could, telling that all the areas are following the flow. And I've even written on the actual valve to close it off and do not close there. And again, she doesn't. She drains out her pool properly, but when she goes to put it back into recirculation for the pool returns, she turns it 180 degrees, closing off the whole entire pool side. So we do have a leak there on that valve, which is not too bad, but we're going to let her know and try to re-educate her once again. But I'm going to be doing a video, an extensive video on the different type of valves that are on pools and how to manipulate and turn the valves to properly turn them so that you don't have a potential problem. Now, she got really lucky here. You may not be so lucky, so continue watching and let's get educated. So I'm here back inside of my garage, and I have both of the valves, the two main types that you're going to be finding out there on your swimming pool. And I just wanted to do a continuation video that I was trying to post, and now I have both of the valves to show you the most common ones and to illustrate how you are going to function and operate these two valves, and how do you know if they're open or closed and which direction to move the handles in the directional valves or the ball valve. There are two valves right here. This is a three-way valve, okay? It has three different ports, okay? There's also a two-port valve that's similar to this, just doesn't have this one in the center. It's kind of like a straight pipe, almost similar to our ball valve that's right here, okay? Ball valves only come with two ports, one side and the other side, okay? And this is your three-port valve, directional valve with the handle. So we're going to start off very simply with the ball valve here, because it's the most simplest one. This is a 1.5 inch ball valve, 1.5 inch inside, 2 inch on the outside if you needed to extend it out for a continuation. So this valve, as you see it, you would typically see with pipes coming out of either end on the ball valve itself, okay? And then when the ball valve is in this position, water could be coming a pipe through the pipe coming this way and then coming out this way, with the handle in this direction on the valve. Inside the ball valve is open, okay? So that's the open position right there. For this to be closed on the actual handle itself, it illustrates, see the C and the O? I'm going to turn it around for the orientation purposes. C is closed, so you would turn the handle towards the right and to open it towards the left, okay? So we're going to illustrate that right now. Okay, so here goes my valve, and imagine that there's two pieces of pipe coming out of here. I got some pieces of pipe and how you would see it. Give me a second. Just got 82 pieces of pipe that I had. So let's just take, for instance, that it's going to look similar to this, okay, on your pool pad. As we said, keeping this with the pipe as the same direction with the pipe, this valve in this manner, the valve is open. And I'm going to show you right now. See on the inside there, now it's open. So to close it, what you're going to need to do is rotate the handle to where it's crossed with the pipe. Okay, crossed with the pipe means that this section of the pipe in the direction, whichever way it's flowing, is going to stop the water from moving this direction. All right, I'm going to take out the two ends of my pipe to show you. See how it's closed? Open, straight through, closed. So that's what happens inside of a ball valve. Okay? So open with the pipe, with the length of the ball valve, closed when it crossed the ball valve. Got it? We'll move on to our three-way valve. Okay? Now, this is a very common valve. It's either 3 ports or 2 ports. As I explained before, these are the 3 ports where pipe can come out of this way, and also this way. One of them is typically an inlet side, depending on the plumber and how he plumbs it. It could be coming in this way and splitting off these two ways, or coming in this way and the water can split this way or this way. However, the orientation of where the inlet is where the other 2 sides are going to be able to turn off. So with this, and the way that this valve is set up, and the plumber needs to orientate the top half properly. See, like as I'm going to explain to you here, this is, if I rotate the handle, see this side right here, it says inlet right there. So the water, we're going to demonstrate as if the water is coming in this way, okay? Because this is our inlet. So the only 2 ways that you're going to be able to manipulate this pipe, this valve rather, is to this position to turn this off here, or this position on this port to turn it off here. So another thing you got to take notice of is the top part of the handle where this says off. Okay, this is off, meaning that the inside diverter is off right here. So if we have water coming in this direction, and it could potentially split going this way or split going that way, okay, there's only 2 ways that you can rotate this handle. I'm going to demonstrate that right now. So we're going to keep it as if we have our main water source is coming in this way, and then we have 2 other pipes that are going at opposite end. Okay, this is our inlet pipe, and imagine 2 other pipes coming out of these other 2 ports right here. So let's say we need to turn off this side. We're going to imagine that this is a pull and spa combo, and your pull return side is here and your spa return side is here. You needed to turn off your pull return side to activate and give more pressure on your spa return. Okay, or let's say you want to go in spa mode and you want to completely turn off your pull return. So you're going to grab your handle and you're going to rotate this to shut off the pipe that you want the water not to flow through. So now, in theory, the water is coming through this valve and going only towards the left. Now I'm going to show you the orientation inside of the valve of that inner diverter. See how it's blocked? So this diverter is blocking this port. As we said, this one is open, and then it's open here. See? So water's coming through this and coming out this way to go to your spa return side, as we're illustrating in this demonstration. Now, with this type of 3-way valve, it is set up that we have these stoppers right here. Okay, now these stoppers prevent the handle from turning, and you can't go no more, you can't go further than that point, because the theory with the purpose of that is they don't want this handle to revert back to the inlet side where the water's coming in to potentially hold back pressure and exploding something that could potentially be whatever's in front of this valve, potentially like a filter or any other equipment that is before this valve. The way that this works is beneath the handle, okay, there is this little tab right here. You see this tab? Okay, so this tab hits up against this stopper, preventing it from further turning. Okay, now in another video that I did, I demonstrated as well how you know which position to put a handle on. If let's say your handle got broken and you want to put a new handle on, whatever the case is, you can notice in the orientation here without the locking knob on that we have 4 different positions around here. We have a smaller tooth with a smaller tooth groove, I'm gonna call them, and 3 larger teeth grooves. Okay, so they are specifically made. Follow the smallest groove side versus the smallest groove side here. Okay, these are the 3 larger ones. You will probably find that someone who is not familiar with how to put these on, that they will smash them in a different position. Now, and because these are plastic, you can strip them, and then now your position of your internal diverter is going to be in the wrong position based on how you place your handle. So let's say, what I mean is, we have a good valve and we have the inside diverter off on this port, which is our pull return side, for example. If someone was to take this handle and not know how to put it on, and they jam it in this position, right? Now, my diverter is still here, but my handle states that it's here. So when you go to turn it, this diverter is going to be in the wrong position. So always keep in mind the position of, and make sure that it goes on easily there. Okay, so don't ever base yourself off of the handle where you grab on. Base yourself off of the front of this handle where it says off, and this is showing you the internal orientation of that inside diverter. Okay, so I'm going to put my locking washer back on, not to be so tight, so that I'm able to rotate my handle properly. So let's say I want to go ahead and turn off my spa return side. Well, I'm going to grab my handle and I'm going to rotate this valve 180 degrees until it stops. Okay, I can't go no more because we have the stopper on the actual lid of the valve, and we have that tab on the bottom of the handle. So now in theory, the water is flowing through our inlet of our valve and out to the pull return side. So the flow of water is going this way. In, out, in, out. If you want for both of them, both spa return and pull return, you can either keep it in the middle like this, so the water's coming and splitting it 50-50, going to the pull return and the spa return. If you wanted more pressure on your spa and a little bit less to give you, if you have a shear descent or a waterfall that's coming off of your spa, then what you can do is you can cheat off a little bit. You may see it positions like this. Now the interior diverter, see, it's splitting half and half, cutting the pressure off of the pool and throwing more water to your spa. So that's the orientations of valves and how they work and operate. So thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully this is a little education part for you, and knowing how to operate your valves and the orientations of, you just got to know the direction of the flow of the water versus the handles, and how to maneuver your valves on your pool equipment. I'm going to go to another pool right now where I got to install this valve, and I'm going to further show you more demonstrations at the pool pad. All right, so here we go. We're at the equipment pad. We just finished installing this brand new Jandy VS 165 horsepower pump for a client, and this Hayward Swim Clear filter for him. We installed the new, this is the valve that we had in the demonstration, okay, that we had installed here. If you remember, this is the T with the other port here on the side, and our inlet is here. So because of the fact that we have our water coming in to this valve, we had to manipulate and turn this valve around where our inlet is here. So theoretically we can't turn this valve and block the water from coming in. And this is our downspout for our waistline or our pool drain right here. So water theoretically is coming this way into this valve and turning into the filter. Okay, these are the other three-way valves that we have here. As you can tell, we have our back line here, and then we have our full main drain is off, and we have our skimmer that's here. So we have our skimmer that's working, and our back line is cutting some of the 50% of the pressure, so we get more suction off of the back line, so we get a good pull there. If we needed to open it up more, we simply to give more suction on the skimmer, we would take this valve and we will rotate it this way, opening up this port of this three-way valve to allow more suction coming from the skimmer. If we wanted to shut down our back line, I always have to go ahead and open a valve before you close. This is my way of doing it. It's best to always open the valve before you close. So go ahead and we will open up our main drain. Okay. So we got nothing wrong with